Rare Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
2019. So started in 1997, and then 2019 is when that started taking off.
22 years.
Right? And that all really happened from the Breakfast Club. Right? Because when I was doing the shit, you know, like, because I started SIA, I built the brand of SIA when my son was born. So January 13th, 2018, I was like, the concept and idea for SIA, let me start designing SIA now. So I started designing like the trench coats and stuff like that because we were going to drop in winter. So his birthday's in January, so 2019, right, is when the Gucci sweater shit happened with the blackface. So, you know, I was still building up SIA, so I had all my samples and all the coats we was about to launch, but we were just trying to figure out what day we was going to launch. So the video went where the Gucci had the blackface sweater, and everybody's like, see, I need to support black designers and all this. Like this is what they think about us. So then I said, fuck it, I'm going to just make a video and give my 2 cents on it, right? Because I don't ever bite my tongue, because I'm self-made, I'm independent, right? So nobody got their hand up my puppet strings, right? So I make a video, and I'm in my other house I lived in before I brought this one. I'm in the garage, and I got the, you know, the clothing rack with the stuff, with the I got the Python motorcycle jacket. I got the shit. Then I got the Gucci trench coats I made myself in Louis Vuitton.
Right.
I'm like, look, I could do this shit. Look, I pull out the Louis coat. I throw the shit on the floor. I pull out the Gucci trench. I'm like, I made this shit, but see, I got to make shit like this for y'all to pay attention to me. But when I show y'all shit like this, and I pull out the snakeskin jacket, the dope ass trench coats, and then of the celebrities has started reposting that, like, see, y'all need this. Black designers can actually make dope shit and make quality because they're looking at the shit, and I'm showing them. But it took me to show them a fucking Louis. It's probably right there too. It showed me showing them a Louis Vuitton trench coat with the real fur hood that I made myself, and showing them the Gucci thing for them to be like, first they see that, they're like, oh shit, he made that. I love that, because they're fucking brand whores. But then I pull out the Python biker jacket that's right there, and they like, oh shit, that's dope. And that's not with their print, that's not their name. I never seen the snakeskin biker jacket like that. That's what they thinking. Now they're like, oh shit. So celebrities like Tank and all them started posting it. Then that shit went viral. And then I was like, that was in February of 2019. And I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm going to just have to launch in February. So we launched like in February of 2019. I was just like, yo, this is the stuff we got. We about to launch our new website, new company somewhere in America. Boom, put it out there, you know, and it started. People was supporting, you know, because this is now me really full-fledged, just flexing my fucking fashion design, jackets, jeans, like everything I have on the side, right? So we do that. We drop. And then, like, literally, like, a month after dropping, you know, and we dropping our shoes. The shoes are selling out. One of my boys from Brooklyn, my homie Wayne, called me. He goes, yo, you going to be on the Breakfast Club this year. I said, nigga, no the fuck I'm not. I was like, yo, I'm not a rapper. I'm not, I don't see what that I'm doing is going to make them be like, yeah, we need to put him on the Breakfast Club. But he said, nah, I see the vision, man. You're going to be on the Breakfast Club. So come around, like, the summer, maybe it was July, I don't remember when he went on, but Dapper Dan went on the Breakfast Club, right? And he said, like, no independent, you know, like, black people independent, they not going to be able to sell and do all of this shit. You got to be in the malls. I mean, like, you got to be like how Louis Vuitton and Gucci, they have that, you recognize, you know, you can go in the store and see it. Like, they're everywhere, right? So you got to see it, right, to want it. So he's saying all of that. And then it's a young white cat on the show, Dan Green. He's like an executive producer. He started as a fucking intern. And he's following the FBCC page because he loves my custom Jordans. But then he also seen SIA launch. And he's telling them, he's like, after Dapper Dan leaves the show, he's telling Charlamagne and them, and like, yo, what he's saying is not true. They're like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, I know this guy on Instagram. He fucking launched his own brand. That shit sells out. Like, he has his own luxury shoes. He's a luxury black designer who's selling out in a minute. With just because people, and they like, for real. So then he DMs me and he's like, yo, would you be down to come to the Breakfast Club? I said, hell yeah.
For sure.
And I'm thinking like, yo, this nigga Wayne said that shit like that.
Man,
how the fuck does that happen,
that's fucking
right?
crazy.
Like, how does that happen? Like,
that's
one
crazy.
of your homies just say some crazy shit that you think is crazy, right? And then the shit. So after that shit happened, they was like, boom, when you want to come, we set it up. I went August of 2019. I went on the Breakfast Club August 3rd. They fucking see, people don't know when they do the Breakfast Club, they film 3 times that day.
Right.
So sometimes now, if you watch the Breakfast Club, watch how on different interviews they have the same clothes on.
Absolutely.
That the like Angela Yee and them, because they're filming like 3 times or twice, because it's 6 in the morning and then they do another one at 10.
At 10. Right.
So that's when they do their 2 interviews per day. So So I went this black Barrington Irvin. He's the youngest black pilot, or the youngest pilot period, to fly around the world.
Okay.
So he's from Florida. He used to train he trained Trayvon Martin, one of his students. So he was there, and I know his manager, because ironically, it's a small industry. His manager, Dre Wright, was the same guy who got me hooked with Under Armour, because he was in charge of entertainment, like signing The Rock, Jamie Foxx, LL to Under Armour. That was his job.
Okay.
So when he was at Under Armour, I did a custom pair of Steph Curry's, and he saw it, and I made them shits look good with jeans. You know, niggas wasn't wearing Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's, yeah.
So he was like, "Yo, it's this guy. He's fucking made Steph Curry's look good." So Under Armour was recruiting me to design for them and shit like that. But I was still in school, so I ended up doing like some not intern, but like independent contractor work, and I used that money I used the money from that contract to make the VV1s. Like nobody knows that. Like people don't know that story. So the money that I got in the project that I was supposed to do with Under Armour never came out, because I told them. So what people don't know, you might joke about the Steph Currys, but the Steph Curry 2s outsold every single Nike basketball shoe that year. The Steph Curry 2 alone outsold Kobe and KD's that year combined. So the sales of the Kobe's and the KD's together was less than the Steph Curry's. The Steph Curry 2 sold more shoes than the LeBrons.
Damn.
So only shoe that outsold the Steph Curry 2 was the Jordans, retros.
Retros, yeah.
But that's it.
So, which don't count, because that's not a performance shoe as of right now. Nobody's wearing retros to hoop in. But I want to dial it back, because something personal I know. Okay. Even with the Coast Guard shit, when you got here, the story that I really thought is interesting is the riding the bus with dude. And he's like, let me show you Oakland. Yes. So when I got the news that I was going to be getting moved to the Bay, because they tell you while you're in boot camp, I was like, the boat that I was stationed on was leaving in 2 days so I got here on a Saturday. Okay. So I flew in on a Saturday, and I was like, yo, I've never been to the West Coast. I've never been to Oakland. Like, all I knew about Oakland was like the Black Panthers. I didn't know about I knew E40, but I didn't know about like hyphy. I didn't know the culture of Oakland. So I was like, and usually when you get out of boot camp, you earn 5 days of leave. So so I could have stayed home and you could take 5 more. Because most people, when they leave boot camp, they want to go home and hang out for a long time. They're like probably scared of starting their future. Yeah. I was like, nope. As soon as I went home, got my shit, I was like, I want to go. I got to get to Oakland. I don't want to cut you off either. I want you to finish. Yeah, I got to say this, though, because this was fucking crazy. Yeah. State property. Yeah. Emilio, not Emilio. What's the guy that son just died?
Oskino.
Oskino. Yeah. He said being home on his break, he got shot the fuck up
9 times he got shot 9 times. I watched the interview. Yeah.
But go back, because I was like, damn, you chose to stay where you the fuck at. Most people, and you just came from your boy or somebody getting shot by you. So when I was in boot camp, and they was like, they're going to Costa Rica, right? I've never been to this side on vacation or anything like that. So I was like, I'm not gonna take my fucking 5 days of leave. I'm going to take a day of leave so I could fucking fly in on Saturday, because that boat is going to leave on Monday. I need to be on that boat. Okay. So when I landed, I said, I got time, because the boat don't leave till Monday. I said, I got to take public transportation. I get to the airport, Oakland Airport, and I'm like, they got the cabs. This is before Uber. Way before Uber. So the cabs is out there, but I'm like, nah, I want to take a bus. But it was a young black cat.
And he was like, because he could tell. That's one thing. See, when I say about now and the way it was before. So I came down here. I had a fucking I had the jacket with all the basketball teams on it. I had the long ass
like
throwback.
A Jeff Hamilton or something?
Yeah, the Jeff Hamilton jacket. I had the long ass throwback Peach Maravich jersey.
Okay.
The blue with the Volt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I had on some I forget what jeans I had on, and then I had on the matching Nike Air Force Ones that was Volt with the blue.
Okay.
Right. So the dude already know. He know I'm not from here. He knows I'm from New York.
Okay.
He's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." I say, "Which bus I gotta take to get to Alameda?"
Okay.
And
that's
like,
where you
stationed. Yeah,
okay.
I was like, I gotta get to right. So I said I gotta get to Alameda. He was like, "Well," he's like, "Matter of fact." He was like, "Where you from?" He was like, "You from New York?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I just joined the Coast Guard and stuff." He was like, "Bet, look, just ride on my bus with me, and I'll just give you a whole tour of this whole thing, and then I'll drop you off at the off of Broadway,
okay,
over in that 12th Street. I'll
yeah,
drop you
12th
over there,
Street.
and you can just get a cab and just go into and you take you right there. I was like, "All right, bet." So the whole time we ride, he has what's the barn fair? What is it? Brookfield, but what's the other thing? It's like a mall over there by Hagenberger. It's like that strip mall, like the hood ghetto, Durant Square.
Oh, Durant, yeah.
He took me over there. He was telling me like that. Then E14, he was like, "Yeah, this the whole stroll."
Yeah.
These little bitches out there, prostitutes. And shit. He's like, showing me all of this shit, and then he's like, "But." He's like, "I'm gonna keep it real with you. You from New York, so your clubs close late. Out here, they close at 1. Cause niggas shooting and shit like that."
Right.
He was like, "Look, I don't even party out here. I party in Sacramento, but that's like 2 hours away. But when you get back, take my number and you can hang out with me out there because it ain't like the violence and they close at 3 and shit like that." He was telling me, he was putting me on and just showing me the town, because that's what he called it, the town and shit. And I was just like, it looked like this shit didn't look like nothing, like, because I always look at places and I'm like, what does it look like in New York?
Yeah. Like what borough would this be?
Like what exactly?
Yeah.
So like Jay-Z says Oakland is Brooklyn, right? Yeah. And it don't look like Brooklyn, but it's the mentality, the way that people are. Like if you had to put all these boroughs, I mean, like San Leandro and all that, like Oakland is definitely the Brooklyn of the Bay. That is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right.
And then San Francisco got to be like the Harlem,
like Harlem, like the fly shit.
Yeah. It's like the Harlem, because it's and it's over the bridge, and then San Leandro got to be Queens and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what Staten Island a little Chinese.
Be way out.
That probably be over there, Cupertino or some shit over there.
Gonna be way out. Yeah.
But yeah, man, but like and then like, so I just started. That's how I started, and then I went to on Broadway.
Okay.
Remember that place back in the days?
Remember on Broadway,
Mingles.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the days back then.
Yeah. So, Too Short video, Blow the Whistle. That's Mingles, y'all.
Yes. So we're Jack London Square.
Jack London.
So that was my spot. I love Jack, and I used to have this ill game because I go on Broadway, and chicks already knew how you dress, how you talk. You wasn't from there,
right?
So I wouldn't tell them I was in the military.
Okay.
My game was, where you from? I was like, I'm from Brooklyn. My sister's in the military, so I came out here to visit her.
Okay.
But I leave on Monday.
Okay.
So I'm like, whatever action gonna go down, we gonna get it
now
because you think I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So
that was a good game.
That was my dirtbag shit back in the days.
I gotta ask you too, when you were here and getting back to the Steph Curry story and the Under Armour thing, is that because the Steph Curry too, you designed the model?
No, I didn't design the Steph Curry at all. So when they were recruiting me, that was the shoe, so it was popping. But my guy Dre was telling me, he's like, "Yo, the Steph Curry 3, they not happy with it. It's bad." So I was supposed to be brought on to see what to do the 3. But when I got on, it was like they already was like dead set on
what they wanted to do.
They was dead set on the 3 was staying the way it was.
Oh,
because it's too late to change it, maybe.
Okay.
So even like I remember he's one of my closest friends now, Coach Caesar, who's Steph Curry's best friend. When I met him, I was like, "Yeah, I heard they ain't feeling the 3." He was like, "Nah, they like the 3." I was like, "Oh, word," because he didn't know, like I knew all the shit, and now he's like, "Nah, they like the 3." But when I seen the 3, I told him, I said, "This shoe not gonna sell."
Yeah.
I wrote a whole email when I finally seen the picture. They sent me the sample, and they sent me the But before when they showed me the 3, I was like, that shit is bad. I said the shit look like a fucking Hummer.
Right.
Like you just came off the success of the fucking Steph Curry 2. I was sending them emails and I was telling them, I'm like, look, bro, you killing it. Like this is not it. But then what made it the worst? They sent me the Steph Curry 2 low, the Chef Curry.
That was
one? Yes. That was when I got that
the
one.
Whole
I
internet
literally
made fun of
bro.
He kept wearing.
Bro, look, I'm gonna tell you some real behind the scenes shit that was going on. So I got this shit months before it came out, and I literally, this was my email. This shoe cannot drop. Wow. I told them, but this is why I do everything by myself. This is why I'm independently owned, because dumb people think they know more than you, and they think they know our culture.
Analytics and data and shit too.
I don't think it's even that. It's just
sold an all white low
blind.
So we can do it.
It's blind egos, man. Right? Because look, the one thing I told them, I'm an aesthetic person. The first thing I said when they brought me to the Under Armour campus, I said, why the fuck this logo got to be on the shoe like this?
Right.
Like the placement is always bad. I said, Steph Curry, he don't need that logo on his shoe.
Nah.
I was like, when I customized the Steph Curry shoe and the shit went viral on Instagram. Because niggas didn't even know it was a Steph Curry shoe. I did the shit in cork. I made the shit black. I added some gold flakes because this is the year they went 73-9. So I had a deal, a bet with Instagram followers. I was like, yo, they was like, because you know the Bay support they own.
For sure.
So I remember niggas kept hitting my comments up like, yo, when you going to customize a Steph Curry shoe? I'm buying no Under Armour shoe.
Right,
so I said, bet. And this is at the time, I think the Warriors was like 10-0. I was like, you know what? Yo, if they go 20-0, I'll fucking do it. Because nobody goes 20-0.
Nobody.
These niggas like 16, 17, 18. When they went 18, I looked at their schedule. I said, these niggas going 20-0. So I had already brought the shoe.
Right.
I went to the mall. I brought the Steph Curry shoe. It was the black and yellow joints. And I was like, boom, I already did it. When them niggas went 20-0, I posted that shit. I had them shits on with some black jeans. Nigga, I took the Under Armour logo off the side.
Okay.
And I made it real small on the back. Embroidered it. And that's when the Drake Wright from Under Armour was like, yo, this nigga made Steph Curry look good like Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will laugh when they watch this, but back then, I'm telling you, them shits was popping.
Man.
Like, I made that shit pop.
So which model, which Curry did you do the Christmas one with the kids?
Curry 6.
Oh, so damn, all the way to Curry 6.
I wasn't working with them no more. Dre stopped, Dre quit, and all of that. So what happened was, with the Curry 2 when it came, the low, the white one that they joked, I told them, and everything I said, mind you, I had this shit months before it came out. I said, this is going to be a running joke on Instagram.
It was a meme.
I said, this is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to say. I said, let me tell you how y'all fucking up right now. I said, the sneaker game is so like cliche and it's so niche. I said, but one thing you can't fuck up is the nicknames, right? We got the Air Jordans, we got the Breads, we got this. The streets gave them those names. They don't say bread on the box. No. Now they trying to do it now because they're listening to the culture.
Yeah.
But the streets gave these shoes all these different names.
Absolutely.
I said, he earned this name from the streets, Chef Curry, because he be cooking up. I said, y'all gonna make that shit a whole fucking joke, right? They like, yo, what could you? So they didn't listen, right? The shoe came out, and that day that shoe, not even when it came out, they posted it, and that shit went viral. They was making fun of it on Jimmy Kimmel, all over it.
Man,
now,
they made now
this is what people
shoes.
don't know. Now, all of the fucking Under Armour reps is reaching out to people like me, to Mosh, to Kid Casso, to fucking Des Customs. They're like, yo, because they was like, yo, y'all customize them, show people how to make them look different. So I did the little airbrush. I made the whole front of the shoe look like it was just black and burnt going to fire because Steph Curry be on fire. I'm like, boom, Chef. I'm showing different tutorials because they trying to kill the bad press that the shoe was getting.
Right.
So they got us customizers out there risking our fucking reputations. We are sitting out here customizing these shit. We like, ooh, blank canvas. Ooh, this and that. The tools was fire, but they fucked up with these all white lows. They were just bad. So when we started customizing, people were like, oh, but the damage was already done.
Yeah.
And mind you, I told these niggas months before, I said, yo, this shoe, this is what they're gonna say. And they ain't listen. Then I seen the 3, and I told them about the 3. So for the 3, they was dead set on going with it. They was gonna pay me regardless. So my whole thing was they wanted me to do a pack inspired by the koi fish.
I remember that.
Because it was a running joke with Steph Curry and his college teammates that they went to his restaurant and it was a koi fish pond and he like dared somebody to jump in the pond or something. They was trying to make a whole story off of that. That's not. So now they're trying to generate these stories like a flu game and all these different things.
Not, yeah.
So I did my work. I did my tech pack. I got paid for it. The shoe never dropped because the Curry 3 bombed. As I said, it was going to bomb. And then you got the Trump shit and then fucking the thing. And then I went there and I seen the 4. I said, yo, the 4 is fire. Like, I seen the Curry 4. I was like, yo, this shoe is actually fire. I was trying to, and then it's just like, you know what? I realized, like, let me take my money and go. These niggas don't listen. You know, they think they know everything.
And they offered you a position, but you something people don't know. I don't know if they know, but this is big in your story that you promised your kids that you would never be apart from them.
So I had while I was in my last quarter of college, they flew me out to Oregon to have my interview, and I had my interview with the time. Damn, what the fuck is his name? Steven some shit. But he was his boss is Kevin Plank, who's the owner. So he's number one. He's in charge of the whole footwear department. My interview was with that guy, not some secretary. I had my interview with the footwear guy. They offered me a job. They asked me if I was willing to move to Oregon because that's where Under Armour footwear, the design department is. And I said no, because when I got out of the military, I told my daughters, I said, I'm not moving no more. I'm not leaving y'all no more. So I told them, I said, I will take the job if you let me work from my office in Oakland. Okay. And they said no, that I would have to be there, which again, this is stupid by them though? Because I probably could have turned that whole fucking company around. And Steph Curry, fucking the guy who signed Steph Curry, fucking he lives in Alameda. He never goes to Oregon. He never goes to fucking Baltimore. He barely goes there. He doesn't fucking do anything but just fucking show up with Steph Curry from time to time.
I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil